Hello, guys. Welcome to another edition of NFTiam, where we cover NFT stories on Pentas and also on OpenSea. Nothing here is financial advice. You should always do your own research. And today we have two guests with us. First one is Sepet, and second one is Dan. How are you guys?
Hello, hello,
Hi, Sepe,
guys.
and then
I'm cool and
Hi,
still very
everyone.
shocked.
Very short.
very impromptu.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
impromptu. I think we just planned this like when were you being approached by Eileen? When
Well,
was
was
it?
this morning?
Nah.
This
She was
morning, and
like,
then
yeah, John Bora. I'm like, okay,
Ah,
John
no,
Bora.
I thought it was a chat. I
Yeah,
thought, oh,
it
okay,
was
let's
just
ah.
just chat on
chat or
Discord.
the Discord VC, Oh, Bora. Okay, sure, I can do
then
Bora.
I was
We do
like,
that
camera
every
on,
day.
guys.
Okay lah.
Camera
Then suddenly it's a
on.
video thing, right? So
Kena scam, ah.
Nak kena
let's
scam
get
lah. NFT lah. Mesti kena scam
Kena
orang
scam,
lah.
kena dox semua.
Oh my
dogs,
god.
yeah. See your faces now.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna
Right.
start
So
with
yeah,
siapa dulu?
Eileen. Yeah.
What?
Maybe we can start with Sepet. Yeah. So Sepet just released her collection. I think was it last week or was it last week, Sepet?
What's on the Chinese New Year Eve?
Right.
Chinese
Ooh.
New Year,
Hmm.
yes,
That
Banyak
was that
ong.
31st
was
of
banyak
Jan.
ong,
Hmm.
banyak
Yeah,
ong.
banyak
I love
orang.
this.
Banyak
Yeah.
ong, ah.
Like your
Yeah.
angpao.
And then
So
the
yes.
Chinese New Year baju ready, siap, huh?
Oh, so baju baru lah.
So many bajus. So
Mestilah.
yeah, probably you can tell us a little bit about this project and what's the idea behind it and how it came about.
Okay, so first of all, this idea, right? It's we start off basically it's not a solo project. Okay,
So
so
it's a team project lah.
it's a team project. Yeah, it's actually this is kind of the first time we are announcing this that this VernzDAO is a team project. So my partner here, which is ta-da!
Mr. Dan.
So
Uh,
not everyone's know, okay?
I
Yeah,
know.
it's not
It's supposed to be a secret.
supposed to be a secret. We actually have a plan to slowly introduce him in, but since yeah,
Oh
since we got this
no.
opportunity, so might as well, right? Might as well. So everyone, meet Dan. You guys know him as a
No.
donut. It's a lot on Pentas.
Yeah, it's a surprise
Yes,
for
yes,
me
yes.
because I know Donut as an artist. And then
Hmm.
when you added him, it's like, huh? Donut? That donut? That donut?
Yes, that donut.
Donut,
That
Yeah,
yes,
that
donut.
that
Yeah,
donut.
that.
donut.
Yeah.
So only the two
So
of
sorry.
only the
Again?
two of you, or
Yeah. Only the two of us for now.
right.
okay.
So what's the idea behind this project like actually?
Um. Okay. So if may I start first, right? So
Yeah.
basically, Donut approaches me, and
Oops.
he was
Mm.
he was on
Mastermind.
yeah.
No.
He's the mastermind behind. So he was telling me about this NFT thingy. He's been doing his project on Pentas and asking me, hey, are you interested in doing this? Like joining me for a project? So and he showed me some inspiration and said, have you heard of Ghozali? Have you heard of
Right. It was inspired by Ghozali.
have you heard of Irene Zhao?
Irene Dao.
Yeah, Irene
Right.
Dao,
Right. 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 Right.
Cindy Dao. I'm like, oh, okay, what is it about? So he just roughly tell me what the Dao concept is about, and then yeah, I'm like, cool. Let's do this. Let's try this because
Cool.
Pentas haven't have anyone who come up with this Dao concept yet.
Mm.
Yes.
Right. So inspired by all these influencer as Ghozali, Irene, and Cindy. So we started off with this decentralized community, and then to think of utility for this project. Um, I came up with the idea of why not we link back to Twitch. You see, because I've been doing Twitch streaming for some time, and we realized Twitter community on Pentas. These people, they have not um, know, they have not uh, come through what is Twitch is all about. So it's
What
a
do you
very
do in
good
Twitch?
opportunity.
What do you do in Twitch? What do you
Oh,
do in
I
Twitch?
stream gaming, just chatting in real
Right,
live stream. A lot that we can do on Twitch basically. But that's
right,
what I did. I
right,
started off with gaming, Among Us.
right.
Among
Yeah,
Us.
Among Us,
Among Us.
right.
Yes,
Okay,
Among
Ah,
Us, the
okay.
game. Yeah, during
Right, right.
lockdown. Also,
yeah.
During
Ben, who
lockdown.
actually recommend me to do Twitch.
Right. Thanks for you, then.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
we have
So,
like all this
yeah,
crazy idea, to bridge the community of Twitter and Twitch together, and to share knowledge with each other through this VernzDAO. So that's
right,
the
right.
basic concept of it. So
So
Dan, do
if
you have
I,
anything to add on?
yeah, then please.
Mm-mm.
It's because I think a lot of people look at the DAO concept very skewed at the moment, because people think like, okay, I just buy pictures of influencers that are either poorly cropped or poorly produced with no utility or reward at all. So the process of coming up with something actually worthy to be an asset was tough, because we don't want to sell pictures of Sepet. We want to sell something that was useful for people who are interested to invest. So the base idea came from Tree, which is, first is definitely to link it back to Twitch. She's gonna entertain the community, the decentralized community, and then the second thing is that it's fashion, because her PFP project is, in the core of it is a PFP project, and it has clothing, it can add on accessory, it can do a lot of things that can even innovate throughout time. Then the third one is probably because I think we are trying to find a smaller platform to launch, because trying on OpenSea is a bit harder for us. So we pick like, okay, Pentas is a good place, and the community is actually very friendly. She already started on Pentas earlier than VernzDAO. If you actually search on Pentas Sepet Verns, you'll find another
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 account.
another
account.
account where she is a illustrator. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
Ah,
So the
Okay, okay.
precedence is already there. We are slowly building the project. We were trying to figure out what was the best way to do this.
Have you got in the people who bought your NFTs and created like activities around it already?
Uh, ongoing, incoming,
Ongoing,
coming.
incoming.
Right, right. Cool, cool, cool,
Incoming.
cool,
I,
cool.
It's in the pipeline.
In the pipeline, in the
In
roadmap.
the pipeline. In the roadmap. Yes, yes.
Right.
So, will you call this NFT under photography? PFP juga.
yeah,
So, is it the same?
photography.
Photography
Is,
lah.
I haven't seen that yet, lah. Not that much.
Yeah.
Because it's in 3D. That's the hottest thing, and then the usual one is always the 2D illustration. So photography would be something new, lah.
So I see there's a lot of layers. How many you have 100 of these, right? And what's the process like of creating this 100 of NFTs? Maybe you can talk
So,
through the whole process.
so basically, all this NFT that you've seen here, we did it DIY. Me and Dan. Right. So he's the photographer.
Oh, no, I'm also the photographer.
And the designer behind all this
Ah.
pretty pictures that you see now. Right, so I actually have 9 dress change, and each costume we have 3 different expression. You can see that, and then
Oh.
yeah, so one of it is with accessory, and the other 2 without accessory, which is the glasses lah. And so we have the character, it's 1 layer, and the background, also the quote. See the LFG walk me
Right.
behind.
Yeah.
So that's the other
LFG.
another layer. So there's 3 layers. Yeah,
So that's how we build the rarity trait, because there is a very rare trait that comes from each of the main traits. So let's say for the clothing is already 9, and then it slowly goes on to even rare like the poses, which is the glasses one is the rarest one, and
Glasses
then
are the
next
rare. Oh, so
yeah.
do you price them accordingly, or
Oh no,
no, all the same price? Ah,
all the same price. Yes.
so okay.
Yeah.
No wonder
And
lah. See, don't have.
There you go.
Okay,
then
all right.
then
You took the rare one,
the
or
quotes,
don't I? Ayo.
I think
the
yeah.
and then the quotes have a rarity one also, because there's the most rare, ultra rare one, which is emoji that Sepet herself drew, and that's the
This
one
one?
that if you
Oh,
mix,
that one.
That's
one?
the one.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I drew that
Ah.
myself.
Omel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one
This is
also.
my Twitch emote.
I see.
Come to my
Mm.
Twitch channel. Yeah. This is
And
my
then we go to the last trait, which is the background. We do have a rarity one for black colored background. So you can actually rank them based on rarity traits. There are the Pepega, and there are the Vern's modes, and then there are the glasses, and there are the black background. So they go by tier. Unfortunately on Pentas we didn't really
You
have a
cannot do
chance to
that.
list
Yeah.
them by rarity,
Right,
but
yeah.
if we could, we would have. Yeah.
The black one is this one, right?
yes.
Yes.
Is this the black one?
Ah.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is
So now we all know which are the rare ones.
Yeah.
I've
drop.
seen people I've seen people drop the floor price for the rare with the glasses and the black background quite low.
Don't
So
do that,
I'm sorry to
guys.
see.
Right.
we have it on our roadmap as well. Actually,
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
already introduced it. It's a matter whether you read it or
Mm.
not. But some people,
Right.
quick profit also. We can understand.
Yeah.
Cool.
How many supplies will you have for this? Like total, or is there max
Plan.
already?
we are
Plan
looking at
very
eight,
ong number.
Oh, all number
Chinese
lah.
ong number lah, what lah.
888. Okay,
What?
so it's about 700 left to go, right?
About
About
yes.
that lah.
It's about
We reserve so it's
88.
100 per drop, and we reserve 88 for collaborations and community. So it's still a
100 per
DAO,
drop.
right? So
Mm.
yeah, so 100 per drop.
Yeah, 100 per drop.
The complexity, we plan it to be more complex over time now. So that's why for season 2 right now, when people ask us like when's the next drop, we're still in production.
When drop. When drop.
When drop.
When drop.
If you wait, then you'll be rewarded. I guarantee that.
Right. Do you have plans to go to OpenSea? Like this, or every every collection is gonna be on Pentas?
We do have plans to explore other platforms. OpenSea is
But,
definitely
yeah.
one of it lah. Yeah.
So it's a good idea that it's a DAO. So let's say the project actually finishes
can
and
do a
wraps up,
community
you
vote
can
lah.
do community vote.
Right. Cool. Nadia, do you understand what DAO is?
Sorry guys, I'm a newbie. I literally do I need to check for anything, or do I need to
Maybe just buy whatever cute
Yeah. She just asked Ellen
But
what to
yeah.
buy.
questions like what is DAO? I know that it stands for decentralized at the front, and then I'm not sure
It's
what
a say.
further than
You
that.
vote. You
Yeah.
have to vote.
How do you do voting later on?
We have set up a Discord
Holders, yeah. So,
Yeah.
we do have the for the DAO, for the holders especially. We have already set up like how they are gonna participate in the future. But I think the best way for a DAO to work is definitely to a decentralized app lah, which right now with Pentas not yet there. But there is
Okay.
that very hopeful.
Like snapshot to website tu kan.
Yeah.
Right.
Hopeful
So
that we
using
can
Snapchat.
expand more than just
Any-
Pentas lah. The
You have
rewards,
any-
utility,
You have any like upcoming collaboration with brands ke? Since
Yeah, some
you're doing
alpha.
fashions.
To be announced. To be announced. It's going to be a surprise. Yeah. To be announced.
Interesting.
Follow the Discord
Follow
channel,
for
guys.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
All
buy
right.
Follow
one
for
to
more.
know.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, there she
Hi.
goes.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, Ryan, you
everyone.
have to honor your what you said earlier.
Yeah.
All right.
Need emoji.
Hi.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi, hi. Hi,
Hi.
Muji.
Emoji.
All right.
Yeah. I
How,
guess
how,
I'm
how do I
Moji
address
now.
you?
Yeah, I think you can call me Moji. It's
Moji.
kind of nice.
See? Your sister is laughing at you.
Sorry lah.
Yeah,
Oh, you guys siblings?
yeah, we're
These two.
siblings.
Yeah. Nice to
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm the
siblings.
cuter one, so.
Right. That's why your name is Moji. Moji.
Right.
So who started in the NFT first? Was it either Moji or oh,
I think it's me.
Moji?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's the fire starter.
The fire starter in the group. Yeah.
Okay, should we talk about Donuts project?
Oh no.
Good, definitely. But is Ryan around? Are you there?
I
Ryan?
am setting up my
Yeah.
camera.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It is also
So
good.
I have a question, right? It's Eileen and Nadia. You guys are friends? Two bear friends?
We're
Barely
friends, and
friends.
sometimes we're barely friends.
Barely friends? So
So,
how did you guys come up
we're
with
both
this
from
name?
same college, yeah.
Ah,
From MMU lah.
ah.
MMU.
MMU.
MMU
Oh,
also.
the MMU
Wait,
kaki.
MMU also.
Oh,
No, not me.
not
Permata
sepet.
dunia.
Not so bad.
Oh my god, Permata Dunia.
Where did you go, Sepet?
UPM.
UPM.
University Putra Malaysia.
Alright.
Next door. Next to MMU.
Next. Is it? Oh yeah, in
Yeah.
Bali, right?
Sedang.
Sedang.
Yeah,
Sedang.
MMU Cyber.
Yeah. All right. Put that and then on a spotlight here. Silap.
Oh,
Is
silap.
that- I know, it's
Silap.
it's on the spot.
Silap.
Kejut.
All right, then. Nice to have you here again. There was a short break
Hi.
from our sponsors. So perhaps we can start on our second project, which is your donut project. You just call it donut, right?
Yeah, I'm called Donut on Pentas.
Yeah, right.
You have a donut with you?
I think he does. I think he does, right?
Right.
Donut is actually my cat's name, so that's how I come up with the name.
Oh.
Right.
Yes, okay. Yes.
So Donut eats a lot. He eats a lot.
Is this correct? This is your profile, right? Are you seeing
I
it?
see
We are not
the-
seeing.
We
Oh, you're
cannot
not
see
seeing the-
it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Mm.
There we go.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Yes, that is mine.
Right. So awesome, man.
It's very cool.
Amazing.
Take us through your
Oh, my.
creative process and the whole project.
I think Donut Eats a Lot is one of the most controversial projects on Pentas.
Really? What happened?
because I'm using like probably this is new tech to a lot of people. They still do not understand how to create using this tech, and a lot of people either find it
Assume.
controversial because it's run by robots or assisted by robots.
Okay.
But
Okay.
when I started out, also I didn't start out very skilled at what I do. I started out with like a entry level engine. I use PyTTI, which is Python text to image.
Mhm.
And I think that's pretty much the general impression of people when they have seen AI assisted art or AI art. It looks like, I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's artsy. So I think a lot of people call it what? Art barat, right?
Art berat.
So
Yeah, art berat.
I started out with
Well, this
Art
is cool.
Barat. Yeah, but then the technology catch on with newer and newer engine is moving very fast. I cannot catch up with it myself, and I'm trying to find what I specialize in. So sometimes I focus on subject matters or thematic collection. So I started out with think one of the first one I started was Flora, which is a project with skulls and florals. So very simple, trying to understand how the AI communicate with just two things, one at a time. So I picked up two things that I like and I put them together. So if you scroll down and you can
Which one?
see like further down, very old. Yeah,
All the way
that's
down.
Cyber Apes.
Right.
There
Yeah,
you
that
go.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I
one?
bought one. Yeah,
I bought one. I bought one. I
This
bought
one.
that too.
See? See,
Yeah.
owner?
That's my old account. Yeah, that's my old account.
Wait,
Right.
are you saying this is all computer generated?
Yes, these are not just computer
Wow.
generated. They are generated from code, and then they communicate with an image library, and then they visualize what I want. So I can specify what I want, and then I can also specify a composition. I can specify colors. I can specify pretty much things that I need. But not everything that I specify will be communicated properly because this is a new language. You are trying to talk to a neural network and it's learning. You are learning. So this is like the first ever. When I started out this with using Python text to image, people think like, oh, this is that very controversial app called Wombo, right? So this
Yeah.
is the same. This is the same result from Wombo because when we met Wombo for the machine learning art world, when they met Wombo, they were also very surprised. Like, how did Wombo set up what we do very very fast? Because when you can just type something and then it comes out within seconds, you can just generate something very fast. They must have like bought like 100 render farms or something. So nobody really knows. But this is actually the core of the technology came from Python text to image. So you see
Right.
this a lot, but you can not tell lately whether it's Wombo or another engine. So that's why I felt like, okay, I gotta specialize, because if not, every time someone looks at what I do, they're gonna think that I'm
They
barely
think
doing
it's
any
like a
effort.
white click thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So I specialize with making thematic things, and I use newer and newer engine over time. And then, as you can see, the fidelity increased. Then the image library that I use also, I explored different things, and over time I started to explore what I think would be my specialty, which is horror. I like horror. I like
Ooh.
horror and I like portraits. So I like to create things that are fairly morbid. I think when Zid visited my profile, he said like, wow, you create a lot of very morbid stuff. Then I try to combine a lot of elements that I think would fit well with my subject matter. So let's say you try to connect your language with an AI. So they will understand things that have certain visual traits. So I can find a piece of gear or a clockwork, and then the AI would think like, oh, maybe the gear looks like an eye. So I'll try to match it with an eye. So when it falls, then you get an eye that looks like a gear shape. So that's how they communicate with each other. They find identical traits and then they try to mix and match with one another. So I think I'm one of the first that discovered that that's how the neural languages work, because I have a lot of other peers that are constantly struggling every day. They say like, how did you get that result? I say, oh, well, I keep testing what pieces of puzzles that fall with another. It's like playing with Lego, and this is just a new
Yeah.
language of Lego.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Right. Right.
I think it's pretty damn impressive. So you literally have to be technical, but at the same time artistic to come up with
You
that.
have
Like, yeah.
you have to understand the subject matter properly, because the controversial thing is that people think that we just typing anything and anything will come out. I'm sure that they
Yes.
will come out, but is it really valuable? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what was the controversy about? What were they saying about that work?
So two controversy is one click art. The second
Right.
controversy is that where did these images come from? So if you see the images, some of them are very very high fidelity, right? So they're kind of question like, well, is this like copy pasted from somewhere? Actually, no, it doesn't, because if you look at all my failed works, it's all like melted faces, broken faces, split apart things. So I can best show them the work in progress and the failures and tell them that this is similar to kit bashing, photo manipulation, matte painting. It's just that we're using a new language. We don't have
Yeah.
exactly a viewport right now. Only I think one company has the viewport, which is like NVIDIA. It's called NVIDIA Gorgan. You just paint and it will draw for you. You paint a mountain, it will draw an actual mountain for you. So the tech is slowly catching up with corporate companies taking on the helm. But for us, independent artists who use open source project, that one we can't really create a UI as good as how NVIDIA does. But
Right.
I think it will slowly catch on over time.
Right. So this I would say this is purely like a collection that do you have like utility behind it, or is this purely an art by itself?
I would consider it fine art, but there are generative AI projects out there. So they use AI and then they use the concept of DAO. So there is this project called Boto DAO. So Boto is a fully autonomous DAO that is run by neural networks. So they run a Discord where people vote on what to build, what image to visualize, and then after that, they also vote on the results that the Boto generates, and then they vote on the best one, and then the best one goes on super rare. And on super rare, the highest that has been sold is for about 12 Ethereum. So it's very high value project. Yeah.
So are you planning to do that? Or are you going into that direction or
Now direction.
I think you guys can tell from the first segment of the session is that I already like generative in all its forms. That's why I'm doing VernzDAO and also doing fine art in my own. So I'm pretty much open to things in the future to try different things or find out more forms of artwork I can make. I only make portraits now, but I want to expand or explore more.
There you go.
there you go.
Right. Okay.
I come from multidisciplinary because I graduated from MMU in virtual reality. So video game development is how I
VR.
came from.
VR.
VR.
Yeah, when?
Oh my god, VR. I thought no one from VR is still around.
Don't say that. I do VR for a living.
Oh, you do VR?
He does VR for a living. So I got to know the company Motion Fixo, and then now it's EDT. So from my past, I've already gotten involved with both digital side. Traditionally, also I illustrate, and I've grown from VR into advertising. So throughout time, I entered VR as part of my graduate program when I go into video game development. Then I entered Passion Republic. I had clients which are Warner Brothers, and also the latest Harry Potter game is also, I'm under NDA, but it's also made by my project. So
What the hell?
yeah. So
Harry Potter.
over time, I evolved from video game development to I guess exploring new media. I like any media in particular because in video game I did procedural generation for level design. So generative is nothing new for me. It was in 3D. Now I'm in 2D fine art, right? So in generative, then after that, after in fine art, I entered VernzDAO. Then that's in photography, PFP generative, right? So I'm always doing similar form of art, and I throughout time it just evolves with the technology.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Good
That's the
stuff,
word.
man.
Awesome.
Good
Very
stuff.
impressive.